Hello, friends. Welcome to the Career Guru Podcast. I am your host, Steve Yanovsky. What a glorious day it is to start your path on a new career. Doors are opening here at the Boston Career Institute even as we speak. And I'm here holding the key for you. So tune in, stay sharp, and enjoy yourself. This is going to be great. Hashtag Let's Career Up.
Greetings, my friends, conversationalists, career gurus, aspiring career gurus, people who want to be aspiring career gurus. It is I, Steve Yanovsky, your career guru, coming to you across the internet to bring yet another installment of the Career Guru Podcast. I'm still thrilled and I'm still recovering, if you will, from that great episode that I had with Lisa and Miriam and Sarah. It was a great episode. Something to look forward to and to listen to again and again and again. Very uplifting. Today, I would like to talk to you about actually selecting your career, how to go about selecting your career. Because with anything else, it is a step-by-step process. And we're going to work our way through this. And I promise that this is just to whet your appetite. And we're going to do more. And we're going to introduce people to talk about how to properly select your career. But today I'd like to give you some basic tools on how to find yourself in the right place at the right time. Okay? So you can make the most of 1/3 of your active adult life is spent at work, if not more. You better be in the right place at the right time. That's good to you and that's good for other people. So let's discuss this. So what's involved? What's involved in selecting a career choice? And this is a subject that's near and dear to me because, as you know, the guru practices his craft in the Boston Career Institute, where this is all we do is help people select careers to launch them on their path to success, career success, financial rewards, and everything else. But you might as well make it fun and good for you too, so you're not unhappy going to work. So choosing a career or changing your career involves quite a few factors. Understanding your interests, your strength, your values, long-term goals, short-term goals. So let's talk about the step-by-step process which will help you determine your path. First things first, self-assessment. Doesn't sound like anything career guru would say, even though we spend a lot of time delving into the psychological aspects of career guruing. But self-assessment is key. I'm not talking about going to a therapist, of course, unless you need to and want to. But nonetheless, self-assessment is important. There are steps to self-assessment. Number one is to identify your interests. And they're your interests, not somebody else's. Your interests. You have to identify what they are. So put the pen to paper and start writing things down. What is it that interests me? And it's never just one thing. It's not just about money. It's very difficult to stay motivated when all you can think about is cash. Even though it's great, but it's not enough. What activities do you actually enjoy? What topics naturally capture your attention? Reasonably, please. Okay? Keep your thoughts focused on your career. I'm not talking about, painting or sculpture or this, that, but that also could be true. But, there's plenty of opportunities in these fields as well. But I'm just giving you that this is not a spiritual growth. This is your professional growth that we're talking about. So what activities do you enjoy? What topics naturally? Keyword is natural, not forced. Okay? It's not people trying to dictate or the society or societal rules that are pushing you in some direction. It has to be you. There are tools available online. I don't want to promote anything in particular just yet, but look online for your self-assessment tools. Yeah, there's all sorts of stuff available online. Free. And I would imagine that this would be the right thing to do. We can talk about this separately, and I promise that we will. The other part of self-assessment is to recognize your strengths. Your strengths. right? What skills come naturally to you? Are you a people person? Are you a technical person? Are you creative? Are you analytical? How are your interpersonal skills? One-on-one, email, text messages. We have all sorts of ways for us to be social and antisocial at the same time. But the fact of the matter is, this is what you need to, recognizing your strengths that are natural to you. What comes natural and easy for you? Focus on those first. Consider getting feedback from others and looking back on your past achievements to identify where you excelled before. Perhaps this is one of those opportunities that you need to engage in. Nothing is set in stone in this world. Well, maybe a few things are, but not as far as the career is concerned. Okay, there's really no such thing as a lifer, as they used to call it. A person, goes to work in a mill, and there they spend their adult lives working and do whatever. You have options. Today we have all of these luxuries that were not available to people just a few decades ago. People didn't have these options to go from one place to another. You do today. Today, the world is your oyster, so to speak. The entire world is in front of you. So that's what you need to do. Next, something to look at is to clarify your values. What matters most to you in a job? Is it work-life balance, salary? Is it the social impact? Is it creativity? Is it stability? Which one of these things appeals to you the most? Nothing wrong with looking at all of these things. As a matter of fact, it's of supreme importance. That's going to keep you happy on the job. And money isn't everything. It's certainly a lot, but money isn't everything. You could be terribly unhappy in a place, terribly unhappy, and making top dollar, and you will leave. You're not going to hang around. Oh, before I forget, just to cycle back a little bit about recognizing your strength that we talked about and considering feedback from others, make sure to consider feedback from the right people. Positive people, but not people who are just waving your flag and, thoughtlessly. No, people who can give you honest to goodness feedback without fear of retribution, without the fear of upsetting you. Someone that you will listen to, a positive person. Moving forward, yet another step is to evaluate your personality. Now, before I go into evaluating your personality, it goes hand in hand with clarifying your values. I'll give you an example. I had a brilliant student who got a job. She was a medical assistant student, and she scored a very good job. And that paid her a lot of money. I'm not going to mention the name of the company, but it is Women's Health Services, and I'll leave it at that. She had questions, she had qualms about going to get that job. And when she started working there, she found those values of that organization irreconcilable with her own. And even though the job itself was everything that she almost wanted to do in a place that she wanted to do, she found that the values of that place did not match hers. Lucky for her, she moved on in 3 days. But it took 3 days of agonizing, soul-searching, and so on and so forth. Do that before you get a job. That's what I mean by clarifying your values too. Make sure that your values are aligned with the organization you're trying to get a job in. Let's move on to the next part, to evaluate your personality. And just so you understand, we're still talking self-assessment. This is all self-assessment. Evaluating your personality type, and there are personality types. And, we can have multiple episodes, and maybe I think we will have those, discussing your personality types. And once again, the internet is filled with personality type measuring devices or evaluation tools on the internet. I suggest that you look them up. I suggest that you look them up. If you have had interactions with psychologists and other mental health professionals, they can help you identify what your personality type is if you don't have the tools. But certainly, it's a lot of fun. Those questionnaires are actually interesting. They help you do a lot of soul searching. Am I really this person? Am I an extrovert? Am I an introvert? And all of these things make a difference in your job selection. If you are an introverted person, the last thing you want to do is work somewhere in customer service. That will be an absolute disaster for you, and in reality for people who interact with you. You will be spent halfway through the day. Introverts may thrive in an independent or detail-oriented role, while extroverts might enjoy people-focused positions. I don't know. Whatever the case may be, for me, it's day-to-day, but I can pick and choose what I want to do that day. All right, so this was a self-assessment. We talked about identifying your interest, recognizing your strength, clarifying your values, and personality evaluation. I'm not spending too much time on any of these topics. This is just an introduction to get you thinking about this. Now let's talk about the next step, exploring your career options. And there are many, which makes this life a little bit more challenging than before. Before, people, like I said in the beginning, people didn't have too many options. Today, we got options, and options lead to choices. And when there's a lot of choices, it's hard to make that decision. Remember last time you went to an ice cream shop? Unless you're strictly a vanilla, chocolate, or strawberry person, today, gosh, you will taste, you will sample just about everything in that bin to see what you're going to be eating for ice cream. Well, this is your career. It's not ice cream. Okay. How do we research potential careers? Internet, once again, is a great key. There's all sorts of stuff you can find. Places like LinkedIn, for example, has all sorts of tools available to you about job roles and responsibilities and growth prospects. It's all about you investing yourself into this process. There is such a thing as an occupational outlook handbook. Occupational outlook handbook. Check it out online. Okay? You may have to pay for some of the stuff, but, it's not that much money. Look at careers that match your interests, skills, and values. That's why that initial foray into self-evaluation, self-assessment was key to discussing all of this. You have to look at yourself first and then start looking for a job. Going out to get a job today, say, well, I don't know, I just need a job. I'm just here to get a job. No one is going to take you seriously when you go out and try to get work. I'm just here to get a job. No employer wants you this way, okay? Because they know you're not staying. They know you're still searching. They're looking for a fully formed professional individual who's going to give them a couple of years of their life at work and excel at the job that they do without really hating every moment they show up. Nobody wants an unhappy person working for them. Okay? Not intentionally anyways. So finding a career in that occupational outlook handbook, and there's a few. So do your due diligence and find something. Okay? And you can do your self-assessments in there, and it'll give you a good cross-section of different positions. Don't just rely on yourself, on what you want to do, okay? You must also consider job market trends. Which way is the wind blowing? Where is the money? Where is the happiness today? Which industries are growing? Which skills are in demand? Oh, it's key. Skills and licenses are of utmost and supreme importance. Okay, this is the greatest thing since sliced cheese. All of these possibilities for state and national certifications, absolutely imperative for you to look and build up your portfolio of skills. That is an incredible boost to your resume and your pay. And of course, it steers you which way you're going to go. Okay. So considering job markets will help you select careers with a very promising outlook, especially if stability is important to you. Growth and stability are key. Okay. So that's why considering the job market is important as well. Once you figure something out, it may be a good idea, if it's possible, to shadow or to talk to professionals in that field. Shadowing today may be a little bit difficult because people don't necessarily accept you as a volunteer or so on and so forth. They don't like today. The liability aspect is very difficult. That's why, for example, if you go to a school like Boston Career Institute, where we spend a lot of money making sure that our students can do an internship, and we provide millions of dollars worth of insurance coverage for people to go and check things out, whether it's an employer or if they actually made the right decision coming to school. It's always the right decision to come to school, especially here at the Boston Career Institute, where you can find me, the career guru, but I digress. But shadowing people and talking to them is key. And once again, we go back, make sure you find the right person to talk to. Find a positive person, somebody who is, who found themselves, people who appreciate their jobs and are very excited about their field. They may be able to show you some things that you don't see. And trusting their opinion is important. So spend that time. Consider a school where you're going to go that will have that opportunity for you. Otherwise, you have to join professional organizations, go where these people meet, and talk to them. They can help you make the right choice, or at least steer you in the right direction. And of course, like I just mentioned, internships and volunteering are important, but it's usually associated with a school. Today, to score a volunteering position and internships, and I got to tell you something, the guru himself is not a big fan of volunteering unless this is something you do as an act of charity, that you want to do it. I prefer to get paid for the work that I do, even if it's an internship. Okay, so you have to know your worth. Next point of our discussion will be setting career goals. Got to set your career goals. Whether they're short-term, mid-range, or long-term goals, you have to have something in mind. Practice, forethought are important. You have to sit with yourself and try to figure out what are your actual goals. Do they coincide with your values? Do they coincide with your financial plans? Do they coincide with your family's plans? Invest yourself in this. Short-term goals will help you get to mid-level goals, and those mid-level goals transition into long-term goals. But you have to have a plan. A plan is key. You cannot build a house without plans. If you try to do that, you're going to be in a heap of trouble. You won't be able to live in that place. How much more important is your career than just building some house? I promise you that. So set the goals, make a plan. Okay? Next step, assessing practical factors. What are the practical factors in careers? We touched upon some of them. Money. What are your salary expectations? Do they match with your personal financial goals? Is there room for growth? How much time, effort, and money do you need to invest in yourself to reach those goals? Not all the jobs you can just say, hey, here I am, hire me. Okay, those are just short-term jobs, usually, well, not quite as professional as some of the other jobs that you want. They don't get paid a lot of money, but you need to still get places. So sometimes those jobs are important, okay? And there are no unimportant jobs, only unimportant people, okay? So don't consider any job as meaningless, okay? Make sure that you invest yourself fully in whatever job that you take. And remember, you're a professional, no matter what you do. So how much money and time do you need to invest in education? How many exams do you need to take? How many certifications you must obtain? These are all practical factors. Other practical factors, and they're not minor, I'm not listing them in any specific order, mind you. This is just what came out of my fertile imagination and experience. Is work environment. Next one is work environment. Money, education and training, and work environment. Consider the setting that you want to be in. And this goes to your self-evaluation. Make sure you're the right person in the right place, doing the right job. And of course, location. Do you really want to drive that far? Do you want to spend an hour commuting, sitting in traffic, or spending all that time and money riding the train? Figure it out. What's more important? You have to weigh these options. Got to weigh them. Imagine a scale, and you'll make the right decision. And when the time comes to make your decision, make the darn decision. There's no such thing as a wrong decision. A decision. It's always a right decision. And every part of, even if you got yourself into a wrong place, hey, it just tells you, I'm in the wrong place, I'm the wrong person, and people understand this. Talk to your boss. Hey, I'm in the wrong place. I'm the wrong person, in the wrong place, at the wrong time. Let's part amicably. Never burn any bridges. Making a decision is key. Don't vacillate. Narrow down your options and go for it. You will not make a mistake. You don't have to ruminate and brood over any decision that you feel was incorrect. Just do it. Just do it. Going back a little bit to creating a plan, we touched upon it, okay? Making sure that all these options like education and training, networking, skill development fall into creation of a plan. And of course, no matter what it is, no matter what plan you set up, you have to stay flexible. Sometimes our best decisions don't necessarily yield the right results. So, be flexible. Your first career choice doesn't have to be permanent. Many people, including Career Guru, have shifted paths as we learn more and we moved ourselves forward, or the market has changed. If you look at my wall, I have all sorts of certifications. Granted, they're all in healthcare. But it doesn't matter. I shifted gears, I pivoted, I moved, I did this, I did that, I went back to school. I exercised humility on more than one occasion. And being humble in your pursuit of your career goals is key. And I'm going to talk about humility in my next couple of podcasts. So I'd like to end on this note. I hope this was good for you, as it was for me. I enjoyed being here today, and I enjoy myself in advance about being with you next time. Thank you all very much for listening. God bless you all. This is the Career Guru, signing off.
Well, friends and aspiring career gurus, this was fun. Thank you for tuning in. I feel enlightened, I feel empowered, and I'm feeling grateful that we spend time with you. For more information about Boston Career Institute, please visit our website, bostoncareer.org. Boston Career Institute has 3 campuses located in Brookline, Massachusetts, Malden, Massachusetts, and Lowell, Massachusetts. Call our toll-free number, 888-383-6058. For questions, comments, and/or information about our podcast, email me at thecareerguru@bostoncareer.org. The Career Guru podcast is available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, our website, bostoncareer.org, or wherever you stream your podcast. Subscribe, stream, rate, and review our shows. Your rating and reviews help our show reach new audiences. Produced by PodPro Entertainment, the Career Guru lives within a network of podcasts located at podproentertainment.com. # The New Radio. Looking forward to seeing you soon. All the best to you. My name is Steve Yanovsky. I am the Career Guru. May God bless you. # Let's Career Up.